Hello and welcome back to the sharpening stone. Today, we've got a different type of video for you. We've got well over 100 layers of duct tape here that we're going to be taking out with all of that. We've got a lot to do today, so let's get started. So first, we've got the 1 1/4 inch wrench. It's doing something. Come here and look. You can see it right there. But that ain't gonna get us through. Also, look at how thick this thing is. Look right here. All the layers that we actually put into this and on the ground. All right, so the wrench kind of worked, but sometimes you gotta go with something a little longer, and sometimes you just gotta yell, 4! Oh! Duct tape's coming apart. Sweet. All right, so let's stick with sports. Old lacrosse long pole, here we go. Jesus. I think I bent it. Let's start actually using weapons instead of stuff like that. So let's start the weapons off with a crowbar hook thing. All right, so we've been at it. We took a second and we got a little hole, but honestly, I feel like I could do more than any of those weapons. All right, maybe I was wrong. So we'll stick with what we know. We know sharp on this channel, as you know from my shorts. So let's get to it. It's doing nothing. Sometimes you gotta throw it. All right. Well, let's go with something else. All right, so that did significant damage. So let's pretty much use that with a hook attached, with a sickle. And that went right through. Look at that. Also, look at how thick. I can't get over how thick this is. Oh, it's stuck. There we go. Oh, now you can actually see how thick that duct tape is. So, sickle seems to be working, but it's gonna take forever for us to get through this. So let's move on to something a little bit bigger. So, one weapon seems to be working. How about 2? I think the machete might be the answer to this problem. But that's doing good at the bottom where it's thinner. In the middle is where it's the thickest. We need something with more of a wedge to it. Let's hop to that now. All right, well, the machete worked, but I feel like a wedge might help out a lot more. So we're gonna use the fireman's hatchet, which is dull. All right, freshly sharpened, here we go. There it is. There we go, another poke through. Now it's stuck. But this might be a little too small, so let's move on to something a little bit heavier. Instead of poundish, let's move on to something that's more of a 2 pound. Here we go. Yep. No. All right, the wall is almost fallen. I think one more thing might do the trick. All right, everybody knows a good destruction video isn't a good one without a spear. So here we go. I think it did pretty good. All right, so what I've learned is sharp and long will take care of pretty much anything here. Between the machetes and the axe, you know? So, what if we combine those? This is a pole arm. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. That's thick. But, I mean, it's in half. But we could probably put it into more pieces. So, thank you guys for watching. If you like this sort of content, comment it down below. If you don't and you want me to do something else, I'll do something else. But otherwise, hit like, hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys again soon.